Good morning, lesson 2-6. Today's going to be a wild day, right? So things get harder as we get through the module. So today is the last lesson of the module. Let me be sure I tell you that correctly. Yep, last day of the module. So you can imagine that today is going to be putting a bunch of the skills together. So today we can find the whole given the part. Using percent, bar diagrams, ratio tables, double, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to kind of show you an algebraic way. I'll show you the bar diagram way. I think the bar diagram way works really well. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's just skip ahead over here to example 1. All right, country music makes up 75% of Landon's music library. If he has downloaded 90 country music songs, how many songs does he have in his library? Well, if he has 90 country music songs, that's 75% of his library. 100% would be all of the stuff he has. So if we were going to write that as a ratio, right, 75% percent equals 90 songs. 90 songs. And we want to know the 100%. A lot of what we've been doing is 75%, and we've known what the 100% is. But now we don't know what that 100% is. Okay? We'll get back to that. So let's look down here at the bar diagram way. I think these actually work pretty good for this. It's good to visualize what we're talking about. So 100% of his music would be everything. 75% is this little section, and that's 90 songs, and we need to know the whole thing. So we could break this down into sections and figure out how much each section is worth and then apply that to the whole. So if you know that 100% broken into 4 would give you 25%, each section, 25, 50, 75, and 75% is 90, that leaves us now with 3 boxes that equal 90. So how much goes in each box? 90 divided by 3, right. 90 divided by 3 would be 30 in each box, okay? And then we could put all of those together and get 120 would be 100%. So again, I think this is a really great way as long as you break it up into the right size boxes, and you would do that by dealing with your percents. Okay, here's the ratio way that we were kind of explaining up at the top, and I think this is also a very good way. 75% is 90 songs, and so the 90 corresponds with the 75. Okay, so we're going to expand what they're doing here because I think this works a little better in a ratio table, right? So 75% is going to equal 90 songs, and we want to know the 100% songs. Well, we need a ratio that works with both of these, and we practiced this way back in Module 1, all right? These share a 5, so we could, and this has a 5, right? Because 5 and 0, so we could get down to a 5. We also know that this is 3/4. If you divide these both by 25, you get 3/4. That's probably also an easy way, so let's do that. Different color, Miss D, don't forget. Okay. If we divide by 25, then we'd end up with 3/4. Then we can get where we want. How do you get from 3 to 90? Times by 30, times by 30, and 4 times 30 is 120. Okay, this is the way we've done it before, or we've done it in a table, or we've done a double line diagram. Okay, the mathematical way, like the algebra way. So this is something kind of new. Here's what I'm going to tell you before I tell you this new thing. If the bar diagram way works for you, please use it. If you remember this from Module 1 and you're like, I'm going to do that, awesome. I'm happy for you. But if you're like, I'm kind of curious about this new way, here we go. We know that 75% of the music is 90 songs. And we want to know how much the total is. So last week, we learned the opposite of times and divide, right? Are each other, times and divide. So if we're timesing by 75%, and I'm just going to go ahead and scratch this out and put 0.75, is divide. We could divide both sides by 0.75. 0.75, here I'm going to show you this mathematically. Wait for it. Now this is going to blow your mind. 0.75 divide 0.75 is 1. And 1 times anything is the anything. So you're left with m over here. Then we can do 90 divide 0.75, 120. 120. Okay, this is the algebra way. I like this way, but that's because I've done this way a lot and I'm tired of drawing boxes as an adult. Okay, but again, if this way is working for you because you're still kind of learning, absolutely fine. Let's practice it. In the first year of ownership, a new car lost 20% of its value. Its car lost $4,200 of its value. How much did the car originally cost? So again, we'll do this 3 different ways, okay? We can do it the bar diagram way. 20%, probably 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all together, that'd be 100%, okay? And a mystery amount of money. And that's what we're trying to figure out. We know that 20% of its value, 20%, 40, 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, right? 20% of its value is $4,200. That means each of these 5 boxes is worth $4,200. Remember, you can pause me if I write too fast or I talk too fast. And then to get from 20 to 100, you times by 5, so we'd take $4,200 and we'd get $21,000. And that way works really good, okay? Especially if your percent works with 100 really evenly. Okay, let's try the ratio way, okay, which is kind of like a ratio table. So let's try that way and see how you like it. I'm going to do a T-chart kind of way. So if we had cost and percent, okay, and we know that the cost, $4,200, was 20%, well, gosh, 20%, sorry, and we wanted to find 100%, how would you get from 20 to 100? Times by 5, and so we'd take this times by 5, and again, for funsies, 4,200 times 5 is 21,000. Okay, so that's the way we've done it. If we're going to do the algebra way, we knew that 20% of some number we don't know, money, is 4,200. So we're going to divide both sides by 20%, and that will tell us how much money. Well, 20%, remember 20%, divide by 100 will tell you as a decimal, 0.2. All right, so we got 4,200 divide 0.2. Oh, 21,000. Okay, 3 ways, 1 answer. All right, let's see if we can find another good one. All right, I'm over on page 124, and we're going to be down here with Kai. And Kai is calculating that he spends 15% of his school day in science class. And he knows that science class is 75 minutes long, so how long is his whole day? Okay, the algebra way, 15% of his day is equal to 75 minutes. Divide by the 15%. His day will be 75 divided by 0.15, 500 minutes. Or, let's do a T-chart. We'll do a lazy T, right? So we've got a percent minutes. We know 15% is 75 minutes, and we want 100%. Well, how do we get from 15 to 100? Remember how we did that in Module 1? 100 divide 15. Oh no, that's real messy, Miss D. Well, we can go 15 to 75 and get 5. So we're multiplying by 5. Okay, so here we'd multiply by 5, and we'd get 500 minutes is 100% of his day. You can pick which way is easier, but I think as you get older, you're going to want to be able to do it this way. Okay? That's your lesson. You're ready for the practice. Good luck.